Hi everybody, Enigma here, coming up to another video. Hope you're having a great weekend. This weekend I'm doing a video on an extra for a limited edition that I got many years ago. I wanted to do it last weekend, but due to some technical difficulties I couldn't, so I'm going to do it now. Here we are. And we're going to talk a little bit about a legacy franchise that's been in the crapper recently, and so is the developer and publisher of it, because we've all read the news, and that's Assassin's Creed. Okay, Assassin's Creed is a legacy franchise, believe it or not, guys. It's been around for over 20 years. Originally came out on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I know that seems like 20 years ago was not those consoles, but it was. And geez, what can you just say about it? It's come a long way. It's done a lot of refining, to the game and made it a lot better. But it still has been a good time. Now I've not played Shadows, like I've said before. I'm not getting into that here. Uh, it's kind of too politically charged for me to really take a hot take on it. I really don't want to do that. I can tell you I've not played it, and I will not play it at least until they lower the price down to something I think it's worth paying for. And I'm not paying $100 for Assassin's Creed. Sorry, Ubisoft. You know what? I don't care if you think I own my games or not, which I do. I'm not. I'm just not doing that. But we're going to talk about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. This is the third game in the franchise. It's the first kind of it's technically a spin-off of Assassin's Creed 2, but it's still the third game in the franchise. And of course, it stars everyone's favorite assassin, Ezio Auditore, the ladies' man. He's right there at the front, right there. That's him. He was in three games: Assassin's Creed 2, then Brotherhood, and then Revelations, which I have over there as well. And then they would move on to Assassin's Creed 3, and then Black Flag, and Unity, and blah 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 blah. We all know the storyline to that. This game is a milestone for a couple of reasons. First, again, it's technically a spin-off of Assassin's Creed 2, but it also tried to implement a multiplayer mechanic, which I thought would be a good idea at the time, and I do still think there is an idea that you could have a multiplayer companion to playable to Assassin's Creed, where they put you in a city, right? A town or wherever in this case Italy, right? Somewhere in Florence or Rome or wherever, and you are not dressed like an assassin. You look just like everybody else, and you're walking around, and then you have other people walking around, and it's up to you to figure out who the assassin is, who's going to be there to assassinate you. And you can do things like move around slowly, and it'd be a little slow and deliberate. I'm sure there's things that could be improved on it, but I kind of like the idea of a stealthy kind of multiplayer where they would put you in somewhere and everybody looks the same and you have to try to figure out who you're supposed to kill. That kind of thing. I think that's interesting. But it didn't work out well for this game. They tried it. It worked out okay. If you look at the background there, you see all the archetypes you have there. You got the Doctor, and which we'll go to here in a second. You got you got another assassins and all that sort of stuff. They actually really tried that with this. They did a limited edition for this, and technically they did two limited editions of this. You see the Doctor right there, right? Right there, that dude with the long nose, that's a doctor. And for anyone who wants to know why his nose is so long, there's two reasons. First of all, his nose, that big old nose there on his mask, holds medicine. That's where he would store medicine in there to get it out for his patients, or her patients, I suppose. And then the nose is also long enough to where that's how far away the doctor wanted to be from whoever was infected with the plague or whatever else. They didn't want to be up in the face. So the doctor would have that long nose to actually keep distance away from who they were treating, so they wouldn't also get sick, right? Doctors they're not invincible, believe it or not. So anyway, the first, and that had to do with the first limited edition of this, okay? And it has to do with what I'm going to show you guys is the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Jack-in-a-Box, okay? This is the Jack-in-a-Box from Brotherhood. You can see right there it says Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I'm keeping it open for a specific reason because it's actually very hard to get it open to open again. It comes with a key. This little bad boy right here. This key. You put the in the front here and you turn the lock and it's supposed to pop open. It's actually very difficult to get it open without snapping the key off. So that's why I'm leaving it open here. But notice mine's not the Doctor. Every retailer except one got the Doctor. Okay, so Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, Target, anyone that had these limited editions and had the Jack-in-the-Box got the Doctor. Save GameStop. And I ran a GameStop for 10 years. We all know that. but this is what the GameStop exclusive Jack in the Box is. It's a Harlequin, okay? Murderous Harlequin. You got 2 knives and the whole thing there. And the reason being for that is that during the time that this was released, GameStop was at the top of the world when it came to video game retail, especially here in North America. If you were going to make a splash with a video game in North America, you had to go through GameStop at the time. Now, if you want me to go through why it's no longer that way, I will gladly do that for you guys sometime. Believe me, I have a lot of opinions on that, and I was there for it. So they're not just opinions, they're facts. But this sucker right here was a GameStop exclusive because GameStop wanted exclusive things. They wanted things to bring you into their stores for whatever reason, right? And at first it was, GameStop would always do posters or T-shirts, or I've got bobblehead dolls over here. There was always something they would do as a pre-order bonus. So you would go in and say, hey, I want to pre-order the next Mega Man. Can we they would say, okay, give me your $5 and here's your Mega Man bobblehead doll. That's exactly how it would work. Well, during the DLC phase of GameStop, it was a little different. EA, of course, when they brought out Mass Effect 2, in order to combat the used market that GameStop has become known for, and that's exactly the number one reason why no one likes working with GameStop in the industry right now, is because there was a code for special armor you could get, and if you didn't use that code, you had to pay $5 for it. Okay, so was it a big deal? It was good armor. It was Dragon Age armor, I believe. It was very good armor, but it didn't really do much because people would activate the code, they'd sell the game back, and no one really cared about it after that. But in any case, GameStop wanted there to be some sort of exclusivity to what they were doing when they were selling a game. So Ubisoft decided to do the Harlequin. Okay, so if you pre-ordered Assassin's Creed through GameStop, you got a special code on your receipt that you would put into the PlayStation Network or the Xbox Live code, and you would be able to download the Harlequin skin to play multiplayer as the Harlequin. So naturally, if you ordered the limited edition of that, you would get the Harlequin Jack in the Box, and that's where this came from. And it's like I said, it's from the retail, the GameStop, because they were the only ones who got these. And from what I understand, these aren't necessarily all that rare. Finding them is I mean, they're still expensive because they were limited edition. But I don't know if the Harlequin is any more rare than the Doctor, just simply because GameStop was basically 40% to 50% of the gaming market at that point, and people who bought, I'm guessing there weren't as many of the Harlequins made, obviously because of just sheer numbers. But as far as sold, I don't know. I don't know how rare the Doctor is versus how rare the Harlequin is. But I really like this because this is a really cool little different thing. It's not a T-shirt or a poster. And you guys know I love, as I said with the Punching Puppet Galleon and other stuff, I love limited edition stuff that's just really kind of off the wall. And who would have thought that a Jack in the Box would be something that would be in an Assassin's Creed limited edition? I didn't know that. I was like, wow, that's weird, but I love this kind of weird stuff. I really do. It's really, really neat. So that's what I wanted to show you guys today. I wanted to do it last week, but I couldn't get the Jack in the Box open. Luckily, I got it open now. So that's what I want to show you guys today. It's really cool. I really like that kind of stuff. And it was back when Ubisoft actually probably gave a damn about their audience. I've been on record on my streams for a while saying that since 1995-ish, when the PlayStation came out, 1995, 1996, things got a lot more corporatized with gaming. And I think now we're looking at, especially in the AAA gaming space, they're more worried about making money than they are about making art. And that's kind of sad, and that's why you see that's another thing I can do a video on. Why are they only relying on sequels, reboots, remasters, and dedicated IPs? And believe me, there's another reason for that underlying it. Not a lot of people know. I should do a video on that. But this was back kind of in that border time where there were still people making games for the love of it, and there's still people who are doing it now. Let's be honest. But it wasn't as much forced as on maximum profitability as it is now, right? It's how it is. Ubisoft actually gave a shit about your their customers at that point. I don't really think they do now. I think they just want all the money they possibly can. But that's really cool little pre-order things. You know, limited edition bonuses like that. I really like because they're attention getters, and people are it's just like, what is that? Where did you get that? How did they even come up with that? You know, I just think that's really neat. So that's what's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank everyone for watching. Now this next week will be a normal streaming week for me. I don't have any plans or for shortages, shorting a stream unless there's an emergency. Let's be honest, there's emergencies that are going to happen. Uh, and my girlfriend will be in town all week, so no bourbon streams this next week. So 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to noon, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Fridays when I stream. I just started a new playthrough of Persona 4 Golden, taking place right after the last one we just did. So I hope to max out all the social links this time and get all the characters and all that good stuff going. You know, that's what I want to do. So I definitely hope you guys will subscribe to me here on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter and Rumble, because I'm streaming on Rumble now. And help me get successful and get more monetized, and I want to be able to do more videos like this for you guys, and the only way I'm going to be able to get any better at doing this, and I do have an idea for a video I'm working on right now that it's going to be a long one that I really want to do, and I like doing it for you guys. So do me a favor, guys, please subscribe on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, commenting, liking, sharing my stuff really helps. Follow Twitch and Twitter. I'm at Evil Enigma on all those. Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, YouTube, Evil Enigma, just like it says right down there, EVILENYGMA. You can find me, and and if you're on Twitter, you can feel free to reach out to me about things you want to see me play or things you would like to see me cover here on my videos. I'm always listening for new ideas and things like that. Okay, guys. So you guys take care of yourselves. I will see you coming up this next week on streaming, and hope to see you there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay hydrated. Stay safe. And be nice to yourself. Okay? Talk to you soon, guys.